Hello, this is Nathan Hamilton from RTV News. Today is the one-year remembrance of Harambe's death. We sent one of our journalists out to the field to see how people feel about the event.
This is Noah Cape reporting with RTV live from the mall. I'm going to be going around asking people about Harambe.
A 4-year-old boy slips into the zoo's gorilla habitat and over a moat wall. Suddenly, Harambe, a 17-year-old, 400-pound gorilla, approaches the boy. His mother watches in horror at what happens next.
Okay, first question, was Harambe unjustly killed?
Yeah.
And why?
Because, like, the kid's parents should have been watching her.
Yes,
And why do you think so?
because Harambe was doing nothing wrong. He may have harmed the child, but he was only doing so to protect her, because gorillas are natural protectors of young.
Honestly, I think he was.
And why?
I think that some of the behaviors that he was exhibiting were pretty natural for a male gorilla. And I think that kid should not have been in the enclosure in the first place.
Yes, 100%.
And why?
There was no reason why they had to put him down like that. That was unjust. He just wanted to take care of that kid, take him for a little water slide.
The gorilla was unjustly killed, and why? No, I don't think he was unjustly killed. I think you have to value a human life and an animal. I know that it was a tough situation, but I think it would have been worse if the child would have died and the gorilla would have lived. I think there would have been more repercussions from that.
You know, I believe he was. He was unjustly killed.
And can you explain your reasoning?
Well, because no little kid should be like in a cage. Like, that's his home. That's like an invasion of his privacy.
He was unjustly killed. I mean, the baby did really infiltrate his area of secureness, so I mean, he was just in defense mode. You know, he had to do what he had to do to survive.
If you asked me, I would say he was, because he had nothing to do with it. The kid came in his area, he was just self-defending.
How could they have handled the situation differently?
Maybe put a better cage around the kid, or the gorilla.
I think they definitely could have offered a little bit more time. They could have had somebody try to go into the enclosure and try to get the kid out.
Obviously, safety measures weren't handled correctly. You know, I have to be honest with you, I'm not sure how they could have handled it differently. It was a tough situation, and it was sad either way it was going to go.
Man, they could have shot him with like a tranquilizing dart and then put him in a cell, gave him like 30 to 90 days in a cell by itself, kind of like similar to jail. Yeah. But I mean, then again, if you think about it, it wasn't his fault that the baby got in his cage.
It's true.
I feel like they could have at least tried to put Harambe to sleep with tranquilizer rounds instead of just unjustly killing him, because I feel like they could have put Harambe to sleep.
Well, they could probably trank him.
In all honesty, their choices were either they had to put him down or the baby, because tranks would not have worked well, seeing as how they take a little bit to react, and that's just enough time for a gorilla to crush a baby.
They could have just left Harambe with the kid, you know. Kid should have, like, gotten away. What's coming to him shouldn't have been in the guy's home.
Should the mom be held responsible?
I would say yes, just because it's her kid and she wasn't being responsible.
Yes, most definitely. She didn't pay attention to her kid climbing over a fence to get inside.
Yes, because she was not looking out for her child at all, and that was not a good parenting. You don't let your child wander the zoo.
Absolutely. Parenting is, as a parent, you know, my own children, we got to hold them all responsible. And at that age, it's definitely on the parents for sure.
I think the mom should be held responsible because, I mean, if, like, growing up, my mom was always like, oh, stay right here, hold my hand, stay right here. So if the mom would have been like, hey, look, man, stay in my general area and kept an eye on the kid, and the kid would have never ended up in the cage in the first place, and it would have never got dragged through the water.
Personally, I think so, because there's no way that kid climbed over the ledge. She was holding him there, and she either got distracted or Butterfingers.
Yeah, she should probably be thrown in the cage too.
How do you think this experience will affect the kid later on in life?
Kid's gonna be terrified of gorillas, so I guess he's not going to the zoo anytime soon.
He gonna be like, hey man, I was yanked by a gorilla when I was a baby. You did what? So he gonna have a little laugh out of it. I mean, hopefully his arm didn't break nothing inside.
Oh, I think it's a great effect if people know who the kid is. I mean, you know how social networking is as youth now. I mean, yeah, this is going to have a lasting effect. You know, was he the cause? Did he cause this? Was he going to get picked on? Whatever the case may be, it definitely should be an effect.
He would probably be dead if my way went on, but he would probably be bullied as of now because, you know, he got Harambe killed.
Well, hopefully the child will grow up realizing that gorillas need to be protected and that they are an important part of our society, and the child is probably going to be scarred, and every time they go to a zoo they're probably going to have flashbacks and PTSD.
I think the kid is going to be fearful of large animals, but I also think that he's probably going to be more reluctant to have any kind of animal rights in mind.
The kid, every time he goes to a zoo, is probably gonna be like, he's gonna be crying, gonna be upset, scarred for life.
How could zoos prevent this from happening again in the future?
Make sure their kids make sure their parents look after their kids.
You know, they can have like animal bodyguards. Like, stand by the cage. Hey sir, you're too close to the cage, you're gonna have to back up.
I feel like they could put stronger enclosures for the gorillas and make sure that there's no way a small child could enter the enclosure without parental supervision.
Make sure that mothers know how to take care of their kids and not let them jump over a fence.
Having fully enclosed viewing spaces.
Some zoos already have it where instead of having a bar over the top, they have the gorilla pit where it's just like really thick plexiglass, high enough to where you can't get over. So that would be one way to do it.
I don't know, why not going into a zoo? No more zoos.
Oh, I mean, I don't know. I mean, maybe we shouldn't have any animals in a zoo. I don't know. It's tough. Maybe the way the safety way was set up, developed. However, I'm not sure what they could have done better. But obviously, whatever they did there didn't work.
Should McDonald's bring back the Szechuan sauce?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yes, they should. I feel like the Szechuan sauce would be a great addition to McDonald's sauce menu, and I love Rick and Morty.
100% yes.
I have no idea what that sauce is.
It's yes or no? You think they should?
I don't know. How can I answer yes or no? What is it? What is this sauce?
I don't even know. It's the best sauce in the universe.
Well, apparently they should bring it back then, I guess.
Thank you.
Oh yeah, they need to go ahead and bring that back. And I think they need to mix sweet and sour and honey mustard and make a sweet and sour mustard. That would be pretty cool.
I don't know, I never had that junk, but yeah, sure.
It's like teriyaki sauce.
Hell yeah.
Absolutely.
Szechuan sauce. Wubba lubba dub dub.
Yes.
Harambe.